You went on the record and you said that India has one of the top two agencies in the world, right? There's RAW and there's the Intelligence Bureau, which is IB, right? These are the two. Why did you say so?
So
what made you say so?
Because people don't realize it. And part of the reason people don't realize how good Indian intelligence is because Indian intelligence is so good. The Research and Analysis Wing, RAW, is a very close collaborator with the West. They are very effective at being able to identify terrorist activities, threats to the homeland, counterterrorism, counterintelligence. And that capability is largely informed because of their relationship with the West, with the French, with the British, with the Americans, with the Germans, the Canadians. So there's this close partnership between Indian RAW and Western intelligence. And that gives them the best resources and gives them the best training, but it also gives them access to all the intelligence capabilities of those Western services. That said, what India is the most focused on is Pakistan. So almost all of their efforts are really focused on countering Pakistan, which makes it simpler for them because they don't have to look at 160 other countries. They only have to look at one. They will look at China because China's a growing threat. They will look at, other countries in the region, and they'll keep an eye on factions inside India that are working against the government, but their primary goal is Pakistan. And Pakistan's primary intelligence service, the ISI, uses terrorist tactics. This is something that's so important that people don't understand. Pakistan's Federal Intelligence Service are using terrorist tactics in India. They're blowing things up. They're killing people. They carry out atrocities that the United States deems illegal, that the UN deems illegal. But it's so delicate with Pakistan that people continue to cooperate with them.
Why?
It was the West that really caused the division between India and Pakistan in 1947. It's important. It's not like India and Pakistan always hated each other. India is primarily Hindu and Pakistan is primarily Muslim, and the British really came in 1947 and decided, hey, here's the Muslim part, we'll call it Pakistan. Here's the Hindu part, we'll call it India. And then ever since then, there's been conflict because you can't divide a country based on tribal alliances like that. So much of the animosity between Pakistan and India happened because of the West. It didn't happen because of them. From that animosity, they had to lean into their own strengths. Pakistan's a small country with very few natural resources. India is a large country with a great deal of natural resources. So as India built its commercial enterprise, Pakistan had to lean into its Islamic roots and rely on partners in the Arab world to keep it alive, to help it build its infrastructure, to help it build its own economic base. So what that means is India became independent. They became Indian. Pakistan became Arab. They didn't identify as Pakistani as much as they identified as Muslim. And that's a big part of what we see now, because now, 70 years later, India has a national identity as Indian. Pakistan has a national identity, but it doesn't trump its religious identity as Islamic. So they will use tactics that are being used by all across Islam, including Islamic fundamentalism. But India refuses to use fundamentalist tactics because it identifies as a nation first. That's also why India is the preferred nation over Pakistan worldwide. And I understand that's going to make Pakistanis pissed, but the truth is the truth. People see the value of India. They don't see the value of Pakistan. People understand India is a commercial, growing, entrepreneurial, manufacturing hub, tech hub of the world. Pakistan is not. Pakistan is just a strategic geographic ally that sits between the East and the West. You go back to the global war on terror. Pakistan harbors terrorism. It hides terrorists, including Osama bin Laden. It lies to its allies. It's a complicated, difficult place that also has nuclear weapons, right? India is trying to become first world. India is trying to establish and grow itself as a competitor to the Chinese and to the United States by making itself an ally to the Chinese and the United States. But there is no comparison between India and Pakistan on many, many levels. But the reason that Pakistan turns to these terrorist tactics is because it's their advantage as Islamic in their Islamic community to use tactics and to lean into fundamentalist Islam and these shreds of terrorist cells that continue to exist.
थैंक यू सो मच ये क्लिप एंड तक देखने के लिए. अगर आपको और भी ऐसी क्लिप्स देखनी है तो राज शमानी क्लिप्स चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए.